boards. And we talk about good offense beating good defense. Brent, both teams tonight live by that mantra.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a time where we're going to get into the fourth quarter with a game, hopefully, that's pretty close. And who can get multiple stops? 1 or 2 in a row, 2 or 3 in a row. That might end up being the difference here, B.A.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Morant, no good. Bane against Booker. 4-3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Pass to Adams. Brooks outside. 6 to shoot. Adams. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Paul against Morant. Paul passes to Bridges. That's good from Paul on the assist by Bridges.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
From deep, Morant. He drops it from range.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal. And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Now here's Morant. And stolen by Bridges. In transition, here they come. And Booker with the jam.
The attention Mikal had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
Outside Bane. Jackson on the wing. Back to Bane. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Lets the 3 fly. The Suns clear it. And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted. Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Paul. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Paul against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Up top, Paul. Hounded by Morant. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Morant. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Morant with the slam!
And that sequence was all Morant. Excellent work turning his defense into offense.
Here's Paul. That one doesn't drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Three-pointer, Brooks. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Paul with it. Looking to win the run. Brooks with the rebound.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Memphis has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And the basket by Bain.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now here's Booker. The three is up. Up top, Bridges. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
Pass to Jackson. Up and over Crowder. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies.
Please give a big round of applause for your
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in a season in franchise history, and it just didn't play out that way.
Booker, and Booker with the jam.
Booker sometimes can come up with those. He can be an impressive dunker.
Jackson outside. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson from behind the arc. The rebound by Bridges. The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent, been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Morant against Paul. Pulls it. That's good from Adams on the assist by Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
Booker for 3. On target from range. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Bridges against Brooks. Pass to Adams. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
Paul, and the layup is good off the glass. Paul's got 6.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Morant. Pass to Adams. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Phoenix with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. And here's Booker, guarded by Bain. Good chance here for Booker. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. He's got 13.
And there's not a thing you can do against Devin Booker when he's heating up like this.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Morant finds Adams. And that one drops. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Here's Booker. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Down low. Paul with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Goes back up. 1 minute left in the first half. Out to Bridges. 4 on the clock. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 4. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Morant, the pass to Bane. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now. Outside Booker, launches a 3, and the Suns get another 3.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
Outside Bane, fires for 3. That shot off the mark, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
With the score, your Grizzlies 23, the Suns 31.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Now here's Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Brent, some people have talked about the return of the mid-range jumper. Is that something you've seen as well?
I don't know, B.A., if it ever really left. I mean, the guys that we talk about often have been doing it for years and doing it well. So coaches who understand that they have players that have a tremendous skill to make shots and make tough shots are still going to lean on possessions where that shot is offered up to the rim.
Now here's Brooks. Adams with a screen on Bridges. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him. Morant with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Morant, the pass to Bane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Shot from the wing. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Outside Booker. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And they get it back. The 3 ball. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Jackson. Misses from close range.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Ball against Morant. Outside Booker. Beyond the arc. Booker missing again. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Bane. Here he goes. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons, who play in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third quarter. He takes it in.
Stay out of the way!
Wow!
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Crowder outside. From the arc. They grab their own miss. Ayton. Soft touch off the glass. Ayton's got 6 points.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now here's Morant. He's got 15. Jackson for 3. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Crowder. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Outside Morant. And stolen by Paul. 43 seconds left in the third. The Grizzlies pull it in. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Bridges. And stolen by Bridges. On the break. Here's Paul. Crowder. Great positioning on the putback. And the Suns lead by 13.
And Crowder, one of those guys who's a protector both defensively, but also on the offensive rebound.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. 6 to shoot. Morant with the slam!
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Now here's Jackson. Second chance shot. Pass to Adams. Oh, rejected by Ayton. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it. Phoenix has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Booker against Bane. Back to Paul. Crowder outside. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder a screen on Morant. Paul passes to Crowder. The shot off that time. The Grizzlies shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. Outside Bane. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Pass to Brooks. Goes up on the wing. And again, Memphis no good. And the Suns shooting at 49% so far in the game. Bridges misses.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's Morant off the drive.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Here's Paul. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And the Suns lead by 11.
And Chris Paul was so comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Outside Morant. Jackson outside. The three. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Up top, Paul. Hounded by Morant. Paul can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Bane into the lane. And he bangs it home with one hand.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Booker. Great D that time from Bane. The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Adams inside. He's against Crowder. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
The way they've been chasing after their shots in this game is really admirable. Getting them lots of second chance looks at the basket, too.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And then Morant with the dunk.
Can you say prime time player? Morant, he enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Now here's Paul. And he lobs it up top.
How about a pivotal move from DeAndre Ayton?
1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Morant. Outside Bane. To the paint. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Now here's Paul. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Jackson with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Over Paul. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
This guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Now here's Jackson. Three-pointer, no good. Crowder outside. And here's Paul. Bridges outside. So the Suns win it. Just a gutsy.
Rogers, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And it's George finishing it off.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Jackson against Paul. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And here's Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. This one for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Jackson kicks to George. And there's the pass to Zubac. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. 3 on the clock. And George.
Oh, did you see that? Insane move by Paul George. A high flyer who can create in midair.
That's a 2 from Paul. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Here's Morris, who's back up. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Paul against Jackson. Paul kicks to Booker. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. George dishes to Jackson. And yes, it's good.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
Now here's Leonard following the shot by Chris Paul. Morris finds George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And the West, we know, is very difficult. But, Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
That's a 2 from Paul. Phoenix, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 5. George looking over the floor. Out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the left wing. Ayton against Zubac. And that one's good, Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Leonard inside. He's against Bridges. just 5 to shoot. And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Ball outside over Jackson. Crowder the pass to Paul. Gets a very good look and converts.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. There's 21 seconds left in the first. Paul kicks to Crowder. Tries it from the top of the key. Misses off the right iron. Leonard finds Jackson. Paul with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
Fans, your Clippers, Houston team. Come on and get loud.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson, and at the point, they're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And Jackson gets it to go.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Booker outside. Lets it go with the three. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a tie ball game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They set the pick. George from deep three-point land tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Now here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. George way outside. Bridges with the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now here's Leonard following the shot by Chris Paul. George with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Here's Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Yeah, that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Now here's Leonard. And it's Ayton with the rebound. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Shot from the wing. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Love watching Chris work in that mid-range area. Does a great job of carving out space for his shot.
Jackson a screen on Booker. The deep 3 from George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Ayton. Booker in the corner. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
2 minutes remaining.
Leonard inside, defended by Bridges. Can't hit from in close. Booker with no one around. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Crowder. Paul, right side. Shoots over Zubats. And it's Paul missing. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Crafty move. In the corner, it's Bridges. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Paul passes to Bridges. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bridges has got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
Bridges against Leonard. Now Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Suns leading by 4. Booker looking around. For 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Morris, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body to take the charge.
Clippers trail by 4. Leonard kicks to Jackson. In the corner, George with it. They could use a bucket, and he sinks the layup. George has got 8 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 from Monty Williams. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
Booker up top, defended by George. Booker no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And finished off by Leonard.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
On the wing, Booker. Crowder sets a screen for Booker. Releases from the wing and drills it. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Clippers in the lead. Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. The drive by Paul. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
So clever on his takes inside. Chris Paul is adept at carving his way through the deep.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Now here's Powell. Covington in the corner. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Covington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Shamet finds Lee. And it's Payne in the corner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Payne's got his first basket. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Torrey Craig comes in for Damian Lee. Now here's Wall. Pass to Powell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Kicks it out to Covington. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
No second guessing on that shot from Robert Covington.
Here's Payne. Shamet on the wing. He dishes it to Johnson. Powell with the steal. 3-on-3. A pass to Wall. No good that time.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Now here's Covington. Left side, Batum. Batum, the screen. Coffee passes to Wall. Misses the three. Suns trailing. Saric outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches a three. Here's Craig. It's hauled in by Coffee.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Passes to Craig. Saric outside. Phoenix, no good that time either. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Powell, that's good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
It's stolen by Wall. It's deflected. Covington with it. Now guarded by Payne.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Johnson for three. Batum grabs the miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Paul with the ball. Over Wall. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9.
With your Clippers, Houston team.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Booker. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Three-pointer. No good from Booker. Clippers leading by 11. It's George on the wing, defended by Booker. And it's George missing.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And the wide open shot from Crowder, off target from outside.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Crowder with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Always great to see Paul dialed in on offense, really making an effort to lift his team.
Outside, George. Out to Morris. Back to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
Paul George, 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's...
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Robert Covington's checked in for Morris. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thanks, David. That free throw good from George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Paul gets it to go in.
It's not enough to be in attack mode. You have to know how to attack. Chris Paul finding the soft spot in that defense.
Now here's Jackson. It's Covington on the wing. And there's the call on Devin Booker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
His 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Jackson setting the pick here for Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Suns trail by 9. The pass to Booker. And there's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And Booker looks to score and score often. When he's driving, never afraid of the contact.
Both free throws good from Booker. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. For the 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Paul's shot is off.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
The 3 from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Tries again. The shot, no good. Suns trail by 10. Here's Paul. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You have to marvel at Chris Paul's ball handling. He keeps that one on a string.
1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Back to George. And stolen by Booker. For 3, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Clippers leading by 8. Crowder with the steal. And Crowder comes it in.
The ability to anticipate Crowder with the steal. Then, no hesitation, changing ends.
Leonard kicks to Covington. Four on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 6. 1:15 left in the fourth. Suns trail by 6. Bounce pass from Paul. Booker outside. Hits it from three-point range.
And in that situation, everybody knows the ball's going to be in Booker's hands, and he comes up big.
Here's Jackson. Outside, Covington. In the corner, George with it. Covington, a screen on Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Paul with the ball. Now Covington defending. Ayton dishes to Booker. It drops. And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. High post, Zubats. Missed. Now here's Paul. Yes!
When the game is close, Chris Paul is ready, an elite scorer who lives for clutch situations.
Here's Leonard. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's the Suns taking the W in a...
everybody. Thanks for... And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Russell, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Booker. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Russell against Paul. Wide open. And off the glass. That one's good.
Well, the mid-range is always a good option for Chris Paul.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. It kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Here's Paul. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Pass to Crowder. Back to Paul. Clock at 6. It's good from the top of the key.
Chris Paul is undoubtedly a Hall of Famer. This guy has been one of the top point guards of his generation and still going strong.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Russell. Here's Edwards. He's guarded by Bridges. Stolen by Bridges. And again, it's Chris Paul. Paul's got 6 points.
Well, everyone understands Mikal Bridges is a high-level defender and gets the steal, wastes no time getting it into transition.
And stolen by Bridges. To the inside. And there's Ayton on the assist by Paul.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. McDaniels passes to Towns. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. The Suns have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Paul can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. McDaniels finds Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass. What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Now here's Edwards. Russell from outside. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns leading. All alone. Towns with a rebound. And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Paul. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Towns can't get it to go. Well, the Suns shooting around 44% in this opening quarter. Shoots it from the corner. No good that time. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Russell with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. Stolen by Bridges. Unloads. Fires from deep. That won't go either for Paul.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And a It's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Here's Booker. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Launches it. Fast break, Minnesota. Towns for three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Paul. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Suns ahead. Up 2. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Please give a big round of applause for the Pop.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Phoenix.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Back to Towns. Three-pointer. And Chris Paul clears it away.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
Bridges with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. For three, Booker. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Here's Towns. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the 2nd quarter. Here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Lets it go from deep. Booker missing again.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Edwards. That one's good. This game is all even. Edwards gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
From about 19, and off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Come on, who doesn't like the turnaround jumper, especially when it's taken with that kind of precision?
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd. Towns passes to McDaniels. Here's Russell. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4. Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
And yep, it's good. Paul's got 12 points.
Boy, we think of Chris Paul as the master of setting up teammates, but when he starts to cook, look out.
Outside McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. 1:14 left in the 2nd quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Booker. The 3. Three-pointer, Bridges. And the Suns get it back. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
Chris Paul has always been willing to rebound the position. He understands he's got to provide support on the backboards.
Here's Towns driving in, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Fires the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Paul gets it to go. He's got 16.
Boy, I love Chris Paul's ability to work on the interior. Tenacious, crafty. Few players his size have done it better.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home. Outside Booker. Oh, what a performance by Chris Paul. He's been the story for Phoenix.
18, the Suns, 20.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
At the forward spots, it's Edwards and Towns. D'Angelo Russell is out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Boy, the added strength of Rudy Gobert over the years helps him complete the end one. You get the sense this guy loves to score the basketball. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
Lets it fly. Booker can't get it to go.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Booker. Up top, Aiden. Defended by Gobert. Here's Bridges. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Doris with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Paul against Gobert. It's deflected.
Well, that's the energy and effort that D'Angelo Russell brings on the defensive end. This guy has got the ability to be a factor there.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Pass to McDaniels. Shoots over Booker. Offensive rebound. Edwards for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Edwards has got 9.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Will it go? Ayton passes to Crowder. They shoot again. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, the up fake by DeAndre Ayton gets the defender committed. That is nicely done.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Three-pointer. Edwards can't hit.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Booker against McDaniels. Pass to Paul. Tipped away. Looking to end this cold spell. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility so crucial.
Minnesota is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter, and they recover it. McDaniels finds Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Russell. 5 on the clock. Here's McDaniels. And Booker pulls it down. Bridges down low, guarded by Edwards.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Crowder outside. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Suns ball.
.116 left in the third quarter. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
You talk about a guy who's exceeded expectations coming in. Booker looks like the real deal.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Shot to end the cold streak. Kept alive by Minnesota. Another shot. Back to Gobert. Ooh, Ayton with the block. For the lead. Bridges passes to Ayton. Outside Paul. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Pass to Towns. The 3 is up. The Timberwolves again can't hit. It's Booker on the wing. The putback. McDaniels with the rebound. Tie game in Minnesota. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sport. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so, in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Paul passes to Crowder. Back to Paul. Bridges outside to take the lead. Ayton, no good. The Timberwolves shooting 40% from the field in this one. McDaniels finds Towns. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Edwards. Now Russell. Booker defending. The shot by Russell, no good. And the Suns shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Here's Paul. Now Ayton. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
Well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Bridges. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Suns leading. Outside Booker. Pass to Paul. Back to Booker. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Left side Paul. Out to Bridges. From downtown. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. McDaniels finds Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Takes it inside. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Man, if you're going to be a star, D'Angelo Russell, those are the shots you've got to make.
Outside Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the final quarter. It's Bridges on the wing. Over Edwards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Mikal Bridges is rock solid in whatever role this team has given him. Now it is time to stand and deliver in the clutch at the free throw line.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
Towns for 3. That one no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. 1:31 left in the fourth. Bridges passes to Booker. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. Bridges against Edwards. Back to Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. It's Edwards with a drive. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Paul against Russell. Here's Booker. Back to Paul. Stolen by Russell. And they're running. Towns for 3. Puts the move on. Oh, he nails it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Booker against McDaniels.
This guy is an absolute menace and force on the defensive end. Rudy Gobert says no, sir.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now Edwards. Outside McDaniels. To take the lead. It's in!
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. What a performance they had.
Behind the curtain here, final preparations for the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. And so off the tip, it's Memphis. Now look at Memphis's starting group. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. The shot's good from Paul. And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Ayton at the elbow. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For his position, DeAndre Ayton is exceptionally well equipped.
Yeah, are you talking about those long arms, that 7'6" wingspan? Yeah, those will help you knock away a few shots or pluck down a few rebounds out of the air. That is no question.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
And it's Morant missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
And it's Morant missing. Quick start for the Suns in this one. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thank you, David. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Brooks, the best to Adams. Outside for Jackson. Over Paul. Here's Adams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
That's a 2 from Paul. Misses off the left iron.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Adams. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Adams has got his second basket of the game. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Here's Paul. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Morant. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Brooks for three. Drills it from outside.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Paul surveying the floor. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Payne with the bucket.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Just like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Paul. In the corner, Crowder with it. Stolen by Jackson. Morant right side. Back to Brooks. Beyond the arc. And it's Morant missing. Phoenix has gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Bridges. Back to Paul. Ayton sets the pick for Paul. The putback. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Pass to Morant. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker, right side. Count it, good. Booker's got 7 points.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Morant. Payne passes to Adams. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's Paul. Ayton, and Ayton stays with it. He's got 6.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here.
Nice finish. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Brooks. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Payne trying to free himself up. That's tipped.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Crowder dishes to Paul. Rebounded by Jackson.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Morant passes to Adams. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Memphis moving that ball around. Payne for 3. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Here's Adams. And another shot. Morant right side. And a wide open look for Bain. That three off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Booker finds Paul. Back to Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Booker. Here's Morant. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
A great score. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game. Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. As a player, is that something you enjoy, taking on that challenge of covering the screen roll game?
You only enjoy that challenge because you are a competitor and you want to win. Is it something that I'm doing on my own? Is it something that I'm doing in my spare time? Probably not. I can think of more fun things to do.
Exactly. It is not, and there are so many variations, right, of the screen roll that you can defend it as many ways as you can run it.
And these players are so talented that they can stop and pop from three. You have to guard them at the half-court line. Before, you could guard them at the three-point line. Now you got to meet them at half-court, and there's screens all over the place. It's miserable.
And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Now here's Paul. Dishes to Booker. Trying to get something going. It's the three-point bomb. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And how's that? Poor move, the killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Paul with the ball. Now defended by Bain. And it's Paul missing. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Bain. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir. Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
Morant against Paul. Morant with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Bain. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he sinks the second. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Booker outside. Over Bain. Kept alive. The kick out to Crowder. Here's the three. Phoenix no good that time either.
Suns foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
An impressive, versatile defender. For Jackson Jr., it's now about improving his shot percentages and his overall offensive arsenal. Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
That's the end of the first half.
Thanks for the great interview, David.
Your Suns, 22. The Grizzlies, 25.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. But kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Now here's Brooks. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Pocket 4. Jackson. No good off the back of the rim. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Now, here's Bane, following the shot by Chris Paul. Here's Brooks, out to Morant, from outside the arc. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Morant surveying the D. He dishes it to Jackson. Payne for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Bridges. Up and in on the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Morant outside. Out to Brooks. The pass to Bane. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Suns. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The kick out to Crowder. With the teardrop, here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Bane passes to Morant. Jackson against Bridges. Fades back. Here's Adams. Out to Brooks. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside, Bane. Buries it from 3-point range. Bane's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Passes it to Crowder. Kicks it out to Paul. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Paul's got 6.
I love how fast Paul makes these decisions. His basketball IQ is simply sensational.
Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Crowder. Jackson misses.
Great contest by the defense, and he's unable to hit that tough fadeaway. One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Booker with it. Now defended by Bane. And it's Ayton missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Morant. Driving inside. And Morant throws it down.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
That's a 2 from Paul. And again, it's the Suns missing. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Jackson kicks to Bane. Launches it. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And now a 9-point Grizzly lead. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. The shot by Paul, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Jackson kicks to Brooks. Bane passes to Jackson. Here's the lob to Adams. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. It's good! He did it!
How about that shot to beat the clock? That one covered some distance.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Grizzlies leading by 3. And please give a big round of applause. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And the wide-open shot from Crowder. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Grizzlies?
First team foul.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Morant against Paul. Morant passes to Bain. The fader. And taken away by Paul. And now the Suns, a fast break. And the dunk by Booker.
Led the league in steals multiple times. No surprise Chris Paul picked that one off. Run it.
And he's going to get called there for the technical foul. Hanging on the rim.
And fundamentally, that's not the smartest move in the world. Depending on the situation, that kind of thing can cost you. Got to control your emotion.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outer dishes the ball. It's over Morant. Brooks against Bridges. Ayton a screen on Morant. 5 to shoot. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Tries to the hoop and finished off by Morant.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Ball against Morant. Paul kicks to Booker. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Here's Morant. Outside, Bain. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Here's Crowder. Bridges outside. It's stolen by Adams. And stolen by Booker. Jackson against Paul. On the wing, Booker takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bain for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Bain's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's impressive what an enduring talent Chris Paul has been. A lot has changed around the league, but CP3 is still doing his thing and leading his guys to success.
Morant against Bridges. Morant passes to Brooks. Morant left side. Shot clock at 5. Booker against Bain. For Booker. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Paul kicks to Bridges. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Bain with it. Now guarded by Booker. Out left to the wing. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. pass to Morant. There's the drive. Just 5 on the clock. Payne for 3.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Out of bounds, will go to the Suns. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal
Steven
foul.
Adams picks one up.
Second team foul.
Gets the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Morant outside. Brooks against Paul. Payne for 3. And they'll get another chance. Back to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Payne inside the 3-point line. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Booker with no one around, frames it from downtown.
And since going to the finals back in 2021, Booker's earned the reputation of a winning.
don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at point. And there's the lob. And Crowder with the jam.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
Now George. Pass to Jackson. George against Booker. Shot clock at 5. George's shot is off.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Paul passes to Crowder. No good with the triple. Now Los Angeles with it. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry. And they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Booker, the pass to Crowder. Fades back. Booker, no good.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Zubats finds Morris. And the jam by George.
Good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Leonard against Crowder. Leonard passes to George. Leonard with a screen on Bridges. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
2 shots.
George hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Paul passes to Bridges. Here's the 3. Paul George pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ooh, poked away. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
So he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Morris can't hit. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Looking to end the drought. Here's Paul. Blocked. And he gets it back. George against Ayton. George passes to Leonard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. George's shot is good.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Paul passes to Crowder. Outside for Booker. Releases. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Pass to George, and stolen by Booker. Crowder, the pass to Bridges. George against Booker. Here's Paul. Paul draws the double. Back to Booker. Jacks up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Going to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
Leonard Leonard with a screen on Paul. Jackson can't get it to go. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Booker with it. Guarded now by George. And Ayton with the stuff.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
And here's George. Give him 8. From deep and stolen by Paul. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. 8 point.
And please give a big round of applause for your son,
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Jackson in at the point. 10 feet away. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Shoots from the baseline, and the jumper is on the mark.
So tough to keep up with the energy of Chris Paul at the point guard position, especially when he's handling the rock like that.
Here's George. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Bridges against Leonard. Crowder with a screen. And he lobs it up. Tipped. George with it. Give him 8. It's Bridges on the wing. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. They trail by 3. Paul passes to Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just not thinking about it twice. Devin Booker with the ball. He's going to let it rip.
Here's George. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Outside Booker. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Crowder finds Booker. He shoots it. And it's Phoenix with another.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Now here's George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on.
Here's Booker. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter.
Jay Crowder, 3rd personal foul, 2nd team foul. At the line for the Clippers.
Well, Brent, the relationship between players and refs can sometimes seem a little hostile. Does it need to be that way?
Well, you and me have our little tiffs, don't we, Brian? So, yes, in order for us to do our best work. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be that way. But look, when you're at this level of competition, it's heated, it's intense. Sometimes get outside your gourd a little bit, and that's when instances like this can happen between a player and a referee, and that goes for both sides.
Team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. 18 feet out. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And Devin Booker, a scoring threat when he gets off of the bus. This time doing it at the mid-range.
Leonard outside. Shoots over Bridges. No good off the back of the rim. The Suns have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second.
DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Leonard outside. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Paul. That one's wide left. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. There's Jackson with the 3 to the middle. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. .26 seconds left to play in the half. Powell in the post. Booker defending. Crowder against Morris. Back to Powell. And stolen by Booker. Inside. 4 seconds left. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And Ayton, with that efficiency, just becomes an outstanding option for what you do offensively.
That's good from Ayton. Ayton hits them both. And so it's Phoenix earning this break in the action.
Your Suns, 25. The Clippers, 15.
If you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And that's the group from Monty Williams as we begin the second half. Booker against Leonard. The kick out to Paul. Shoots over Powell. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
For Phoenix, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. For 3, Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
This isn't all that surprising. Remember, Devin Booker once put 70 up in an NBA contest.
Jackson for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Maybe a little false confidence there. Not a high percentage shot for him.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Crowder outside. That shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Back to Covington. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Out to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Spins. Here's Jackson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It's a clever play by Reggie Jackson, just knowing when to maneuver himself into the D and draw the foul.
Batum is checked in for the Clippers. Coffey comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And so Jackson nails both of them. Here's Paul. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. He buries it from 3.
And CP3 is so good at choosing when he unleashes his three-point arsenal.
Now a timeout called by the Clippers.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Powell for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Phoenix has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Wall's checked in. Here's Powell. Pass to Wall. Clock at 4. Tries the spin move. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And that one's good. Covington.
Beautiful stroke off the catch and shoot from Robert Covington that time.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Lee. Let's go with a 3. That shot missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Down low. Got a hand on it. A minute 6 left in the third. No luck on that one.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Takes the 3. And Wall pulls it down. Powell outside. Throws it up high. And the big finish by Wall.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Here's Payne. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Shamet. And the Suns miss again. The Clippers trail. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ball for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Landale. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Suns lead by 11.
Like to see Payne just move the ball like that.
And so it's Phoenix. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Nice shot by George.
And there's the strength of Paul George just powering through and takes on the contact.
Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Now Paul. From 12 feet, buries the jump shot.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Leonard outside. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Tries again, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Reggie Jackson showing his physicality from the point guard position.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
The Clippers shooting just 35% for the floor. George against Booker. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Morris from outside the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
Doing most of his damage on the perimeter. That time Devin Booker showing he could score close to the rim.
Morris passes to George. Morris sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Bridges. Here's Paul. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Paul's gotten 4 this quarter.
Now you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
Pass to George. Drives to the hoop. And they get it back. Here's Jackson. Out to Leonard. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Leonard for 3.
And Mikal Bridges is a prototypical 3-and-D guy, affecting the game defensively now.
Driving inside, and he banks in the layup. Bridges has got his first points of the game.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Leonard for 3. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Booker's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:50 left in the 4th quarter. Paul against Jackson.
LA foul. Reggie Jackson. 3rd personal foul. Second team foul.
No good on that one.
There's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt that when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
George, a deep 3. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Big time 2-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Paul against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. 19-footer. Outside Booker. Goes back up. And again, it's the Suns missing. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Suns.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And what a huge performance it was for Devin Booker.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Now Los Angeles with it.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
And a deep three from Paul. Phoenix no good that time either. Leonard outside. And Aiden pulls it down. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
Clark, in this matchup tonight. Some throwback basketball.
Well, you know, there was a time, Kevin, when centers dominated the league. And as you said, tonight we're going to throw it back to those days.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. D'Angelo Russell out there with McDaniels. And it's Edwards in at the small forward. Shoots it up. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Here's the Suns with the ball. Booker up top, Edwards defending. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Over to the left wing. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Ball passes to Bridges. To the middle, Towns with the steal. Outside Russell, the tray, and another three for Minnesota.
You know, you look at Russell and the green light is always on from there for him, and he shoots it with confidence.
Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bridges, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack. It's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Paul with the bucket.
The ball control that Chris Paul has is fantastic. I mean, those dribble moves, and he's got a bunch of them, look effortless.
Now, here is Russell. The pass to McDaniels. Towns against Crowder. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Hey, Crowder pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Here's Russell following the basket by DeAndre Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Towns against Crowder. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cats is generally among the best in the league. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Now here's Paul. Bridges passes to Ayton. Timberwolves passing it around. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Bridges finds Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Now, here is Russell. Passes it to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Gobert in the corner. There's Russell with the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Paul with the 3. Offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
3-pointer. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Bridges, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 5 now.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Screen by McDaniel. Inside and finished off by McDaniel.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
And here's Booker from the arc. The shot will not fall. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Suns lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth dance team.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, a pair of #1 picks are at the forwards, Edwards and Towns. McDaniels is out there with Russell, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Russell kicks to Gobert. Pass to McDaniels.
There's the tenacity of Chris Paul. Always on the surface with him, getting right up on him and not giving him an inch of space to get the shot off.
Here's Ayton. Here's Bridges. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Bridges has got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Russell kicks to McDaniels. There's the pass to Towns. Fires it up. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Suns leading by 4. Down low. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McDaniels. Outside, Towns. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul against Edwards. And there's Booker on the assist by Paul. Booker's got 6.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
It's Edwards on the wing. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Paul with the ball. He takes it in. And rebounded by McDaniels.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that.
Oh, my, what a play.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Paul dishes to Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That's on D'Angelo Russell. And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. And I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. I think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular positions, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
Goodness. Mikal Bridges, thundering slam off the bounce.
Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Russell against Paul. Good on the bucket. And the Suns lead by 6.
Paul working around the defense that time to get a close shot inside.
Passes it to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Fires the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Pass to McDaniels. It's deflected.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside, Towns. From the arc. Up the line, Minnesota. Gobert finds McDaniel. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Suns lead by 10. Here's Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's an example of Chris Paul reading the floor and being aggressive. The defense can't react quick enough, and he gets a trip to the line.
And so Paul nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Russell. Can they get it? They get it again. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Off target with his 3. The Suns have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
4th team foul.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
And so it's Phoenix looking at a 13.
Your Suns, 32. The Timberwolves, 19. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. Chris Paul is out there with Bridges, and it's Booker in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Paul passes to Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Edwards. No good on the shot, and Phoenix will come the other way. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And that's going to be a treble.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Paul against Towns. Paul dishes to Crowder. Goes back up. Another shot, and it's laid in by Paul. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you can tell Paul is amped up on offense now, getting aggressive and going after a lot of shots. He's hunting his looks. That's a dangerous place to be if you're defending.
Fires from the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Suns leading by 19. Right side Crowder. Paul against Towns. In the corner, it's Bridges. Stolen by McDaniels.
Edwards passes to Towns. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Edwards finds Russell. Lets the three fly, and he's good on the three ball. He's got 6.
Looking good, D'Angelo. Very smooth in your motion.
D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over. You know what? You have bigs who can threaten you with the triple where you have to at least respect it. But when you think about Karl Anthony Towns, in multiple seasons, he's hit over 40% from 3.
Here's Paul. Gobert pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Paul kicks to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
1:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Booker with the screen for Paul. Crosses over, a double clutch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him. And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Russell looking around. Pass to Towns from deep. And they get it back. Russell dishes to Towns. And a miss there on the triple. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
The Suns have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Left side, Towns. Back to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Towns at the elbow. Shoots over Crowder. And it's Towns missing. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Phoenix ahead, leading.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Minnesota, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. McDaniels is out there with Russell, and it's Edwards in at the 3 spot. Timberwolves trail by 17. And there's the pass to McDaniels, and it's Russell in the corner. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Lays it up and takes it in. McDaniels got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Minnesota. Russell against Paul. The kick out to Crowder.
Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot and wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Great crossover to get free. And the Suns lead by 15.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Suns.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Pass to McDaniels. Here is Edwards. Bridges with the steal. Jumps up, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And there you see the basketball IQ Bridges has. Natural court sense. He knows exactly where to be.
Russell with a wide open look. Drops in the tray.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Booker, no good. Timberwolves trail by 16. Russell with it. Chris Paul covering. Towns against Crowder. And Towns gets it to go.
You know, this is exactly why they give the ball to Towns down there. I mean, his combination of size, agility, and shot repertoire makes him hard to deal with.
Here's Paul. And the wide open shot from Crowder. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Suns lead by 17.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Shot by McDaniels, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Paul. And McDaniels with the block. Crowder from outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to get up here for Phoenix.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
And here is Paul. 59 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes. Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To the paint, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Crowder with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Edwards against Bridges. Paul looking over the floor. 4 on the shot clock. And a deep three from Booker. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.